everyone. Welcome back to THINKONOMICS-Study with Nobrun. Today we will discuss few short answer type questions from the chapter Market Morphology, Revenue and Cost, and then we can talk about the market mechanism, production. It will be quite helpful for you before your IC exam because the type of questions now they are giving where you have to think a lot. So I believe it will help you, and please go through the video right till the last. So today I have with me one of my best economics students, Aryan Kumar from class 12. He will be appearing for his IC exam in the year 2026. So Aryan,
Yes.
can you just say to me what are the two conditions for a farm in a perfectly competitive market to be in equilibrium?
So for the first condition is the price should be equal to average revenue and marginal revenue, and the second one is the marginal cost curve should cut the MR curve from bottoms.
Very good, very good. That's quite good. Now, if I come down to the chapter now, market, can you say to me what do you mean by the shutdown point?
So shutdown point is the point where the firm is only able to cover the variable cost, not the fixed cost.
Well, the variable cost, so they will be able to continue their production even if they are incurring loss. That is, they are not getting their fixed cost,
Yes.
but they are getting back their average variable cost. So they will continue their production process. That's good. Then what do you mean by the break-even point?
So break-even point is the point where they're able to cover both the fixed cost and as well as the variable cost, and the firm earns normal profit.
Very good. The farm earns normal profit. Here, yes, the boys and girls, those who are watching me, this is very important, okay? That you have to say that the farms here are earning the normal profit. Many of you may have the idea that as the total revenue is equal to total cost over here, the farm is not earning any kind of profit. No, but the farm, they are earning the normal profit, and this is the important point which you have to mention in your ISC exam. All right, good, quite good, quite. Well, Aryan, you look bit tense, man. Come on, you say to me,
Yes, sir.
in which stage do you think the producer should produce in short run if he wants to take the production process?
So the producer will produce in the second stage of the production process.
Yeah.
This is because in the third stage, under no circumstance, the producer will produce because the marginal product of the variable factor is negative, sir.
Okay.
And in the first stage, as the average product and the total product is continuously rising in the first stage, so it
Yes.
will not produce, sir.
Why?
Because the average product and the total product of the variable factor is continuously increasing, sir.
So he can increase his profit by producing more.
Yes.
Isn't it? That's why he will not produce even in the first stage.
Yes, sir.
So where he will produce?
So by the process of elimination,
Yeah.
so we can see the producer will produce in the second stage of production process.
That's very good. That's the way. Okay. So boys and girls, the producer in the short run, they generally produces in the second stage of production. Good explanation by Aryan. Thank you so much. Now, Aryan just said to me, we are talking about the production process. What's the two difference? What's the two difference between the short run production function and the long run production function?
So in the short-run production function, the quantity of only one factor of production can be changed, sir.
Okay.
Whereas in long-run production
The
function,
other factors can be changed. They are variable.
yes, sir.
Okay.
And in long-run production function, both the factors of production can be changed.
Okay. This is one difference. But
Yes, sir.
generally in ISC you have to give the two difference.
Yes, sir. So the second difference in short-run production function, they cannot be, like sir, we cannot change the scale of production. We cannot change in the scale of production, sir. Whereas in long run, we can change the scale of production, sir.
Well, it's we can give a better explanation for this. We can say that in short run, generally the farm they follow the law of variable
proportion, sir.
proportion. Yes.
And in long
And
run,
in
sir,
long run,
law of return to scale.
law of return to scale. This will be a better
Answer.
answer for you. Have you understood? So
Yes.
this is basically, if the IC gives you the question, what are the two difference? These two difference, boys and girls, we generally have to give. Now, Aryan, you just say to me, coming now back to the market chapter. We have learned about the price taker and the price maker.
Yes, sir.
Uh, which market firm or which firm in a market is known as the price maker?
So the firm in the monopoly markets.
Why they are called the price maker?
So because there is no close substitutes in the market, first thing.
Yes.
Secondly, sir, there is only one firm which comprises the market, so it can affect the market demand and the market supplies. That is why it's known as the price makers.
Okay, good enough. Little bit more if we want to say that if the firm in a monopoly market, that is a monopolist,
Yes.
if they want to sell more, then they will have to reduce the price.
Yes.
Or if they want to sell less, then they can
increase the price.
increase the price. Your answer is good, but we have to be much more specific so that the council, whenever the evaluator they are correcting the paper, they should not there should not be any kind of place to deduct the marks. Quite good, quite good. We will go to the next question. Coming back now again to the cost chapter, we know that the shape of the total cost is inverted S, and even the shape of the total variable cost is also inverted S. Now, can you say to me that the distance between this TBC and TC, will they always remain the same?
Yes, sir.
Then why do you think that it will always remain the same?
Because total cost comprises of both total fixed cost and total variable cost. As always, total fixed cost remains always the same. So if you subtract total variable cost from total cost, you always get the total fixed cost.
Okay, if the production process, suppose for example, I just want to extend it a bit. If the producer is not producing anything, will there be any kind of total fixed cost?
And the producer is not producing.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yes, very good. Yes. Suppose, for example, you know that Tata Nano, when they have started, they thought of producing the Nano, isn't it? Cars, but they have not been able to produce. But there has always been a total fixed cost. So total fixed cost will be there if the production takes place or not, and the difference between the TVC and the TC is always the total fixed cost. Very good, very good. Now, suppose again coming back to now the production chapter. See why we are discussing again and again, because the production and the cost these are very basically the mirror image of each other. If I can say that Aryan is a mirror image of mine in the coming days, okay, that Aryan will be taking the economics as a come back as an economics teacher in St. Paul's.
Yes.
Now, so Aryan, you just say it to me that we know that there are three stages of production: first stage, second stage, and third stage. Now, in the first stage, generally we say that there is a increasing return to variable factor. Why in the first stage there will be increasing return to variable factor? If you can give me at least one or two reasons.
So there are two reasons. Firstly, fuller utilization of fixed factors, and second is increase in efficiency.
Okay.
First, fuller utilization of fixed factors is that we have to employ some amount of fixed factors. We have to employ some amount of variable factors to the given amount of fixed factors, so
Okay.
that the fixed factors are properly utilized. Now, if the fixed factors are properly utilized, it will increase the efficiency, sir, and it will lead to continuous rise in total product and average product.
Very good, very good. And so what about the cost? Will it increase at a faster rate or will it increase at a slower rate?
Cost, so it will increase it slower.
Very good. That boys, you have to understand. You cannot mug it over here. That is what you have used his intelligence. Okay, when the production is going at a very fast rate, what about the average cost? Average cost or the marginal cost will increase, but it will increase at a slower pace. Very good, Aryan. Okay, so now we will continue with the next question from the production chapter. We will not ask you much more question. Okay. Suppose now say to me this question also it came in this year's ISC. All right. That monopolistic competition is a perfect blending of perfect competition and monopoly. Can you give me two reasons for that?
Sure. Perfectly competitive market and monopolistic competition, sir. Both have large numbers of buyers and sellers, so they cannot influence the market price.
Okay.
And secondly, the monopoly firm and the monopolistic competition, sir. Each firm in the market faces negatively sloped demand curve, sir, in monopolistic competition.
All right.
And monopoly, since there is only one firm in the market, so its demand curve is also negatively sloped, sir.
All right. See, boys and girls, what you said that is correct, but your answer has to be much more precise. First of all, I have to say that perfect competition and the monopoly. Sorry, monopolistic competition is a perfect blending of perfect competition and monopoly because it has both the characteristics of perfect competition and monopoly. Let us explain. Then, as he has said, that one similarity between perfect competition and monopolistic competition, and one similarity between the monopolistic competition and monopoly. This is how my answer will be. Though he is correct, I see instructors to give the marks for this, but it is always better to write the answers in a proper way. Okay, let me. This will be the last one. Let me see how much is your knowledge in the cost. Uh, we have already discussed that the average cost, okay, is the summation of the average variable cost and the average fixed cost. First of all, can you say to me what's the shape of the average fixed cost?
So shape of average fixed cost. It's negatively sloped and is asymptotic to the x-axis.
Very good. And what is the shape of the average variable cost curve?
So it is U-shaped. So
Very good. Why it is U-shaped?
it's a law of variable population.
Very good. If you know most of the things, it's quite good. It's quite good to see that you know most of the things. Now you say to me that average cost and the average variable cost, okay, they, as the production increases, they comes very close to each other. All right, but they will never intersect or they will never touch each other. What can be the reason for this?
So as the producer goes on producing more and more, sir,
Yes.
the average fixed cost continuously decreases because it is asymptotic to nature.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what happens now, sir? As thing, average cost comprises of both average fixed cost and average variable cost, sir. And because it cannot be average fixed cost curve cannot be zero, sir. So the if you subtract both things, average cost and average fixed cost, sir, will never be zero. That's why they never intersect each other.
Okay, near about you have said 90% is correct. Basically, we have to say that average cost is equal to average fixed cost and average variable cost. And as the production increases after a certain point of time, we know that the average variable cost will increase. Okay, at a very faster rate, average fixed cost will decrease, but at a very slower rate.
Yes, sir.
An average cost which compromises of both the average fixed cost and the average variable cost, all right, this will also start increasing like that of the AVC. But AVC and AC will not touch each other because AFC will never be equal to zero as the production increases, because the total fixed cost always remains a constant if you produce or if you do not produce, as you have said in the other word. Anyway, well, it's quite good talking with you, Aryan.
Thank
All
you, sir.
right, you are most of the things you are prepared. For me, it is you are 95% prepared for your with these two chapters in your coming board exam.
Yes, sir.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
You have to prepare for the other chapters.
Yes.
And to all the boys and girls those who are watching, please do prepare this chapter. Is near about 20 marks comes from this production, market, revenue and cost. So you can, if you want, you can easily get 20 up to 20. Only thing which has not been done over here is that yes, one or two numericals can come from the revenue and from the cost also. Thank you very much. Have a good day and namaskar and Jai Hind.